Yes.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Monday night call. Can't believe it's already March 2nd. So excited for the path this year is leading us, and excited for all the things happening and new things that we're doing, which is really energizing for me. But tonight I'm here to introduce our leader, Kathy Hellwig, who's a dear friend of mine, and she has really paved the path for us as all of us are following her vision and her expertise, right, Kathy? We're all learning, but yeah, we follow our leader, and 21st millionaire, she's done it. She's paved the way for us. So I'm just excited, Kathy, to have you as my mentor and leader, and
I don't think
love you.
Thank you, Lynn. That's very sweet. Well, gosh, Isagenix just gets better and better all the time, don't they? I'm just looking at all the announcements and stuff. Their training is phenomenal, and there's several opportunities for training coming up. One of them I'm really excited about is March 21st. You want to mark your calendar. Starts at 8 a.m. Pacific, and it is the first ever virtual Super Saturday. So you would go to isagenixlive.com at that time and bring all of your, especially your newest people, because this is great training. And I mean, it's in-depth training, and it's designed to get new players off the bench and into the game, right? And so mark your calendars for that. And
give us that date again, Kathy.
March 21st.
21st.
Yep.
So Kathy, what time is that?
8 a.m. Pacific. It's a two-hour Super Saturday. So it's going to be packed with some great stuff. And also another training, University in Action, will be in Phoenix on the weekend of March 13th. And this is it's really my favorite event. I think and I've been to a couple of them. I'm just so impressed with what I came away with, and I'm sure it's changed since I've been. So I encourage anybody who can get there, and that's March 13th, 14th, and 15th. David Wood will be there. He will be the trainer, and you all know that he's like the best, right? Okay, and then another training is, they're going to do a Wellness Wednesday through isagenixlive.com, and that's going to be March 11th. So the next Wellness Wednesday is March 11th. Lindsay Hofber and Dr. Plant will be leading that presentation. I just want to remind everybody that the Crystal Manager deadline is coming up March 22nd for those of us participating in the Crystal Executive Reset. We've still got, 3 weeks to get those 2 consultants and earn $250 bonus as a Crystal Manager. So how many people are going to get there? Yay! All right. So tonight, it's very timely for us to talk about how to keep the immune system strong, or increase the immune system. There was a great call last night that Dave MacArthur did, and just great information. And what we want to do is kind of present a little bit of that information, but also just the importance of and the opportunity that we have. Some people are really living in fear around the coronavirus and in the flu season and all of that, and they don't have to, because we can be prepared, right? And we know how to help people be prepared. So Ariana, I'm going to let you kick that off.
Well, thank you so much, Kathy. We had a really spirited conversation this morning about I guess, they're calling it the coronavirus, right? So we might as well just talk about what's in the room, as they say. But every year there's the flu, right? every year there's something. I think the distinction this time, though, that I've been hearing is this is a new virus for the body, for the human body. So the beauty of it is the human body is so incredibly adaptive. But it needs to get the things, you know, the tools to protect itself. And I think I want what I would want everyone to walk away with on this call today is that we are in absolute control over how our body feels, how we respond to things out there, germs. We have the tools. Isagenix is such a beautiful company with that, but Isagenix recognizes that the body is the miracle. And when you have a miracle, though, like the body still needs tools. So we put food in it, we put supplements in it, we put nutrition. And that's typical maintenance. But now we're talking about something that we have to kind of up our game a little bit, right? Be a little more focused. And I'm just going to share with you one of my vision cards. It's about my health, right? So I'm going to say that a really good idea would be to create a really empowering vision card for yourself now, especially during this time, because you're going to hear things, right? Your mind is going to hear things, and you might be, you know, you might go down a path that seems rather, I don't know, like you won't be as optimistic about your own personal ability to control your health. I'll just share with you mine. I'm so happy and grateful. I am healthy and serving my body to be flexible and ever regenerating, youthful, graceful each and every day. Grateful for my body and treating it like a temple. So how do you guys see yourself treating your body like a temple, right? And I'll tell you, anybody who's on this call right now who's been on the products for at least 90 days, you all know the power of these products. You know what the body does with these tools. And so what I think is really exciting about this time now, rather than being afraid, you know, you go out there and you do with knowledge, basic knowledge, right? I got this great email, and you guys might have seen this. It's from a San Diego doctor. It's been circling around now. So I'll post it on our health page so you guys can go and see what he recommends. But it's some of the basics, guys, you know, wash your hands. I know that Lynn had a really interesting experience with a teacher that did an experiment in her school with her students, you know, and she can share a little bit about that too. But I think what I want to impart right now is we have the tools. We can be in control, and we have the ability to control how our body responds, even if we are exposed to something, right? So who would, on this call, who's been at least on Isagenix for at least 90 days and can share one breakthrough you've had with your health that you know the products had something to do with?
I'll share. And I've been longer than 90 days. I'm going on 14, 15 years now, but I can tell you when I started, it was really for weight loss. But my immune system is so strong now, and I know because I rarely get sick. I mean, I can travel, I can do, you know, be around kids when kids are sick, and I just don't get sick anymore. So I know that my immune system is super strong just by putting the good nutrition in my body.
And Lynn, I just have to say, you look younger and younger every time I see you. So I think that the Isagenesis, and I was told on that call that Kathy mentioned a little earlier, the Dave MacArthur call, Isagenesis is kind of our core immune support product. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't gotten on that yet, or you're thinking of getting on it, or you're not sure, is it making a difference? Trust me, it's scientifically backed that it makes a difference to our overall cell health. And that really is what's important, because in 90 days, I keep loving to say this, in 90 days, 90% of our cells are new. So if you give your body over a 90-day period really healthy things to put in it, those new cells are regenerated in that really good, healthy environment. Who else would like to share a little anecdote or their experience with being on the products?
I will.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll share. I've been on the products about as long as Lynn has, and same thing. Rarely get sick. I mean, I can't even tell you when I've had a flu. I don't know. You know, I'll get a cold, you know, they say cold lasts 7 to 10 days. It's generally 7 days, and I'm good to go. And I am married to an ex-teacher, and he used to teach 900 kids, and he would see 900 kids a day, and throughout the school, and because he was a music teacher, he saw all of them, and you know, from the kindergartners on to the 8th graders, and you know, the little ones. He would come home, it's like they were snotting all over me today, you know, that kind of stuff. He never got sick, and it's the same thing. We've been on these products so long, never got sick. And then another thing, you guys all may know, I've had a few surgeries from back issues and neck issues. When my doctor opened up my lower back, he sat down with my husband after the surgery, and he said, I don't know how she was walking around. He said most people would not be able to function. Her spinal cord was so messed up. And here I am. So I can't say enough good things about putting these great products in our body, what it can do, and keeping us young. I'm 60 years, and I plan on hanging around a lot longer.
You know, I can share
Yeah.
also, anytime I feel like I might be coming down with something, you know, you have that telltale throat thing going on, I will have a cleanse drink, and it completely stops it. I love it.
Yeah, when I also feel like, oh, there's you know, yeah, I'm coming down with something. The Isagenix with zinc is my favorite. It's like, you know, I also bring that to, you know, the airplane and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, having used Isagenix for years, yeah, in my 50s, I feel like I'm doing more things in my 50s than when I was in my 30s. So it's just the vitality. I don't take, you know, the flu shot, and I haven't gotten a flu. So I feel my immune system is, yeah, really strong.
Anyone else?
I'll
So-
share a story from one of my chiropractors that has done the business before. And when he saw patients, he would say that, you know, people would be coming in with sickness, and they're, you know, saying, gosh, I've been trying to fight this for, you know, 10 days and I just can't knock it. So he would have a supply on his shelves of the Cleanse for Life. And so he said, I would just sell them a bottle and said, he would have them drink a whole bottle in one day. And that's deep cleansing. And he said people were like amazed. They would come back and say, oh my gosh, I need to get more of it because now I want to get my family on it because now my family's getting sick. So again, you know, not that we recommend a full day, but he said it was working for him and it just knocked it right out of these people. So cleansing, like Kathy said, is really, really beneficial to our immune system and keeping it strong. I want to share another one of my favorite products is the Isagenix, the Isagenix Shake Booster. I love it. And it's good for kids, just like the little spray is, the mouth spray. But it's got a lot of mushrooms in it, which is so beneficial for our immune system. And I love just putting it in a shake. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and do a scoop of greens and with a scoop of the Isagenix Shake Booster in it. And it doesn't have a flavor, so it's just like drinking a cup of the greens. So I love that product, and I know that it's kept us healthier too.
So
I've been using the Immune Boost ever since it came out, in every time I make a shake. And I showed it to my naturopath, and she was looking at the ingredients and looking at all the different mushrooms, and she said, this is fantastic to have all of this in one product, you know. So she really was excited that we had it. And of
And
course,
Kathy,
she ordered some for herself.
I want to make a point about what you just said about so many things in the product. Yes, other companies might be making products that have some similar ingredients, but this is what you want to know about our products. And actually this applies to the other companies too, but they don't bring it up. The same ingredients, say vitamin C here and vitamin C here, won't necessarily be processed in your body the same way. Our company actually has a very high proprietary way of the body absorbing, one, the ingredients themselves, but they also have a special way that they extract from the plant the essential element. So the element has more kind of aliveness where the body will recognize it and absorb more of it versus other companies don't put that time and care. And by the way, if you asked John Anderson what the secret was, he would zip his lips. He says, that is my secret ingredient. That's what makes our products in any other place identical, superior to anybody else trying to use the same ingredients. So just be aware that that's how we are also different in the market. Someone might say, oh, I take vitamin C. Well, no, you don't. You don't take our vitamin C because ours is special.
Yep. All right. Anything else, Ariana?
I think that's good. Yeah.
One quick thing I wanted to share, that since you're talking about ingredients, no one else also has trace minerals like we do. Every single product has trace minerals. And most of you know this, but I'm just going to say it again, is trace I can't even say it, minerals unlock our cells. So now our cells can absorb more. So that's one of the secrets that John Anderson has, why we are getting, the great nutrients in our system. And those trace minerals are great for fingernails and hair and all kinds of things. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, and skin.
Yeah. Let me end with a little nugget too. If you're looking for flyers, of course, there's some on isoproduct.com, but another really good source is allinonebusiness.net. Altogether, allinonebusiness.net, and it's Carol Taylor's site, and she's kind of created some of her own flyers. Just look under product information, and I think they've updated it, so I found lots of new flyers, but it has all the things that are beneficial to our health. So look at that if you're looking for any kind of literature that you can share with people or just read for yourself. It's a good source.
Awesome. All right.
Well, back to you, Kathy.
Okay, awesome. Well, I want to let you know that I've uploaded a couple of new documents in the Biz group. One is a template for sending out the welcome email. As soon as you enroll somebody, you want to follow it up with an email that tells them, their ID number, tells them how to log into their account, gives them the resources that they're going to need, one of them being welcome to isagenix.com. And by the way, if you haven't seen welcome to isagenix.com, take a look. It's got a shake day schedule, a cleanse day schedule, videos for each. It's got a way to look at recipes, just lots of things like that. And so you want to include that in that email. Maybe you've scheduled a time to walk them through their box when it comes. You want to remind them about that time, or I like to just say, let me know when your box arrives and we'll get on a call. And that call, by the way, is a great opportunity to do a welcome call where you've got one of your leaders or teammates on the call with you, introducing them, and that person then paints the picture of Isagenix. And, they come away from that call going, wow, I had no idea I joined something so amazing, right? And so that's really key. So that welcome email template, I want you to all upload it and use it. Another thing, let's see, what else did I put on there?
Customer contact sheet?
I haven't uploaded that because I just now finished revising it, but I'll show it to you. How about that? Let's see. Okay, some of you may have seen this, some of you may not have. This is actually a document that I created so that you can actually have one sheet of paper that gives all the information you need for your new customers. It's got the order form. So basically, our focus is the Forever Pack, and this is the information that you might need for their order. Of course, it would include Isagenesis, but there's no different packaging or sizes or anything or flavors. But it's also got all the additional products that they might want to order. It's also got a reminder to ask them the question, And here's how the question looks. It's called the magic question. So tell me, when you see the difference in your body, you're losing pounds and inches, you're feeling amazing, you're sleeping better, your energy's up. When that happens, can you, there's one of three things that might happen. The first one is people will notice, and you can refer them to me. I'd be very grateful for the referrals. Or number two, you could actually make some bonuses and income from Isagenix just by referring people to the company. And it would basically pay for your products. Or what some people do is they actually go after it and they create additional income that might pay a car payment, or maybe even a mortgage payment, or really replace your income with the job that you're currently at. So tell me, what do you see yourself doing when people start asking you about this? And they'll tell you. Now, some of them will say, well, you know, I want to make sure it works for me before I'm going to tell anybody about it. I'll say, no problem. That's how I was. Or some of them will say, gosh, if this works for me, I'm going to be telling the world, you know? So it's basically giving you an idea of what kind of a customer it's going to be. Maybe they'll be a raving fan, you know? Maybe they'll be a new business partner. You don't know unless you ask, right? Okay, so, and then you tell them about you share, they share. And here's a little diagram that you can use to remind you that you actually did do that with them, and you put two of their friends' names in these circles. And that's a whole nother training if you need it, but we'll talk about that later. But it's got all their information, their credit card and all of that, if you're taking the order for them. Now, some of you might like to use IsaLife app. But this information will help you create the order so that you can send them the link for the enrollment. Okay. Now the second page, which I like to print out as a one-page document, so it's got two sides on it. And this is what I use for tracking. I find out what their goals are. I set up benchmarks for 4 different areas: energy, mental clarity, emotional stress, sleep and rest. Find out if they're on any medications, and find out why. What's their motivation for getting on this program? That's really key. When you know why, and when they know why, then they will stick to it. And if they don't, you can always go back to their why and say, you know, you told me that you had a family reunion coming up and you wanted to be in a size 8, right? So let's stick with it. So this is also a checklist for you to know what you've done with that person. You've asked them the magic question. You've sent them that welcome email. You've done the welcome call with them. You've connected with them on Facebook and added them to the groups. You've done the assessment. You've gotten them on the IsaLife app. You've done a week into their program. You want to do the miracle call, where you're finding out what kind of results that they've gotten. We call that the miracle call because that's usually when they go, wow, this really works. I know so many people I want to tell about. You've done the you share, they share. Maybe they're making a Facebook post about their results, or that they're going to start doing a program. You've taken them through the customer back office or the IsaLife orientation. You've helped them to get onto the Isa Body Challenge. And you've asked them for referrals, okay? So then once they become a raving fan, then this side of the equation, and that would be the Freedom Day call. And that's a whole nother training as well, but your leaders know how to do that. And there's also a video in foreverpack.com in the back office of that called the Freedom Day call. And you can just put them on that video. You teach them how to develop their story. invite them to our calls. You invite them into the back office of the Forever Pack and tell them what the username and password is. Invite them to go into isagenixbusiness.com to the Start Here portion. And you want to make sure you know the dates. Once they become an associate, you know the deadline dates for them to become a crystal manager, a crystal director, and a crystal executive. Okay? And you can track their results, their weight, their inches. And, you know, I just keep good records of when they told me how much they lost and all of that. And then of course there's room for notes here. So this is a great document. You don't have to use it. I love using it. Many of our leaders use it. So does anybody have any questions about that? All right. I'll have that up tonight. And I don't know if there's anything else. Let me see if there was another document I uploaded, because it seems like there was. Let's see. Oh, I uploaded the document that helps people to, it's a template for creating their 30-second story. So check that one out as well. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? It's a great week to get out there and really connect with people and have a conversation about their immune system. Are they happy with it? Would they like to see it improved? Tell them, you know, if I could show you a way to do that, would you be interested in looking at some information? And that's when you put them on foreverpack.com. All right. Well, thank you, Ariana, for the great information. Let's see, let me look at the chat box because it looks like I'm not seeing everything. Okay, so Teresa says, the kids and I have been dealing with sickness this past week, but armed with our daily shakes, Isommune spray, vitamin C, immune shake booster, and Ionix and Isagenesis. Well, you've got the whole gamut, don't you? And they kicked it in about 3 days. That's awesome. And that happens all the time. Kim says her allergies are so much better with the shakes, the cleanse, and the Isagenesis. Okay, I think that's it. All right. Well, this is kind of a quiet crowd.
Well, I'll say one thing. I've been quiet because we're talking about immune and I have a cold. Go figure. I'm like, do I really want to talk? But I think I have a winter allergy to like pine trees, and I moved into a forest. So I'm not so sure that was the smartest placement for me. But when you were talking about if we've noticed our immune system being better, I didn't want to forget about how much these products help our body with stress besides immune. Because for me, since I'm in the middle of a cold, I just know my body deals with stress so much better. I'm like an entirely different human being on the planet. And I love the fact that our products have so many adaptogens. So not to forget about our adaptogenic support system here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and our immune system is majorly affected by stress. Stress and sugar are the two big things that are affecting our immune system. So during this flu season, keep the sugar levels way down and keep your immune products way up, and you'll just be much better. All right, everybody, go out there and share the gift.
Okay.
Who can you help today? And have a blessed week, a totally blessed week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the gift.
Good night.
Thank you.